50 years old and I still like sliding on a wooden floor. How are you doing? Scott here from Kinetic Cycle Coaching. In today's video I want to talk about indoor training. Sure, you may live in a climate that allows you to go outdoors every day of the week. I don't. Don't lock away the indoor trainer regardless of what time of year it is, because it offers you such a wonderful platform for a clean, time-controlled, structured key session that's safe, you can wear whatever you want, and it's controllable in so many variables. I like to use it for both easy and hard sessions, and I'm going to give you in this video 3 really easy hacks to follow that will allow you to maximise your training regardless of what the weather's like outside. So the first thing I want to talk about is temperature regulation. Now, excuse me for being rude, but unless you're a total moron, you know about using fans. You're not tuning into this to find something that you already know. Yes, we want 1 or 2. I've got 2 fans here. I'll have them both switched on for a session, even if it's only 20-30 minutes long. Your body's pretty inefficient when it comes to temperature regulation. If you're putting out around 250 watts, I want you to multiply that by 4, what you're putting out in heat. So unless you control that heat, your heart rate's going to spike, you'll reach fatigue much quicker, and that will lead to you becoming a little bit upset that your fitness is not moving forward. Control it and you will progress. No, my point is, monitor the sweat loss and replace the fluid using the numbers that you get. So few riders are weighing in before they jump on. Now, I'm not talking about this as a full-on boxing match and you're going nose to nose with your watt bike or your indoor trainer and you're going into a fight with it. Well, actually, if you do some of my live workouts, they do become like a little bit of a fight. But anyway, weigh in. And do it in a way that you're not going to be wearing clothing that's going to be so saturated with sweat. So that may mean in the birthday suit. But weigh in, measure it, weigh back out after you've finished. And then follow the 4-hour golden rule that you need to replace that fluid in that time span. Now, if your session's late at night, you can roll it forward to the next day. Do what you can, but yeah, you don't want to be getting up all the way through the night going to the toilet if you are a late trainer. But what this will also do is it will allow you then to make sure that you're staying hydrated, not just the following day, but sometimes 2 days after. A lot of riders, they fall into that 48-hour lag of hydration. And a good way to measure if you are dehydrated is that heart rate won't respond during higher efforts. You'll feel fatigued, heavy-legged, heart rate won't spike because of that hydration issue. Now, my next hack may seem surprising, and that is do your easy sessions on the indoor trainer. Try and get at least 1 of them a week on the trainer. That means your zone 1 flushing or your zone 2 building on the indoor trainer. Set yourself up with some music or a video or even something to read if you're in zone 1. And the reason I say this, the fitter you get, the harder you will go in your easy sessions outside. There's nobody to chase on your indoor trainer up a hill that you see them with a bread basket on their bike and you're so embarrassed that they've gone by you because you're staying in zone 1. There's no wind blowing in your face. There's no Strava segments to stop you staying controlled. It's so controllable, you'll make meaningful progress and you'll understand the benefits of going slow in order to then later on go fast. Without controlled zone 1 or zone 2 building, you're going nowhere with your fitness. You will rise really quickly, but you will plateau, become demotivated, and then you'll stop. All before the good days come out and you can get that crazy cycling tan. The third hack is your setup position. Yes, you can tinker with it and you can move it around, and I really do advise you to do this because on your indoor bike, there's no wind, there's no hills to go up and down. Even if you are doing a virtual ride, it's not quite the same. But you're spending more time in a static position, so your butt is on a consistent position more often than not on an indoor bike than it is outdoors. And sometimes that can bring about pressure issues, it can bring about a bit of numbness for the rider. So what I may do in a more aggressive session, say a key session that's 40 to 60 minutes long, it's going to be a hard VO2 max session, I may bring my saddle slightly forward, half a centimetre, and I may raise it the same height. And what that's going to do, it's going to allow me to activate and use my glutes better, but they'll be in a more aggressive position. So I'll be able to use them, and potentially the option to get more power out. So I really advise you to play about with your saddle position on the indoor bike, because there's nobody waiting on you. You can't get dropped, and it's your time to really experiment and control. And by doing it often, you will come to that magic go-to point that suddenly allows you to open up a little bit more power. It's worth a try, isn't it? Hey, if this video is of benefit to you, give it a thumbs up. It helps me understand what topics are popular and what's answering the questions that you have. And if you've got a question, hey, jump on the podcast every Monday night, 1900 hours BST. Not only will you get great tips on your fitness, your performance and nutrition, you'll have a laugh as well. Right, where's my water? Remember, anyone can train hard, but there's only a few of us can train smart. I can't put that in. You can't say peeing, Scott. That would be rude. But yeah, you don't want to do that anyway, peeing while riding, because if you're at the front of the group, it doesn't go down well with everybody else. Have you done it, coach? Let's just say there's a story to be told. Not on YouTube though.